Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to do a skincare routine update because it's summer all of a sudden. Last time I did a skincare routine, it was in January and now it's the end of June. And even though it's been very springy here, all of a sudden this week it became boom, full on summer like overnight. Some of the moisturizers that I use in the morning and at night just feel too heavy this time of year. I do like to try to lighten things up as we go into the hotter months and thought I'd tell you about those changes. Plus, I got an exciting new skincare item that you guys have been asking about, asking what I think of it, whether I'm gonna try it. So what I have here is my new little prescription for Estriol cream. I wanted to tell you about that and go over any changes that were happening in my skincare routine. For those of you who are new here, just want to let you know a little bit about my skin. I have normal to combo skin, so most of my face is normal. I'm a little bit oily down the T-zone, but not super oily. And I'm also a little bit dry around my mouth, and around my temples are always like flaky here and here. So I have all three kinds of skin on my face, so I'm very combo. I didn't start doing a skincare routine until I turned 50. I know, oh my God, people who are younger these days and they start skincare routines at like 11 and 12 years old would probably be horrified to know that I didn't start doing any skincare until I was 50. Well, now I'm almost 62, and I gotta say the skincare routine that I put together for myself has worked wonders for my skin. My entire life I had been a sun worshiper, so I had a ton of sun damage, so that by my 50th birthday I was having kind of a little bit of a crisis about my skin, and I decided that I wanted to start actually taking care of it instead of trying to actively destroy it like I was by being a sun worshiper. And so I researched what were the best ingredients topically that would help with your skin, and I loaded them all into my skincare routine. So if you love talking skincare as much as I do, then give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So let's talk about devices first. There are no changes in the devices that I'm using currently. I am still using my Omnilux mask. This is a red light therapy mask. It has red and near infrared LED lights. You put this mask on 3 to 4 times a week for a 10-minute session. It's timed. I just keep it on my bedside table. When I wake up in the morning, I throw it on along with my neck and chest bib version of it. And then I go back to sleep for 10 minutes and then my treatment is over. Red light therapy has been shown to increase collagen production as well as collagen density in your skin. And you need kind of both of those things. I mean, the whole anti-aging game is about collagen and increasing collagen production. So most of the products that I use will help to increase collagen in the skin. So that's what this mask does, and that's why I love it. Saw results with this really quickly. And since it is so passive and easy to use, that's why I've stuck with it. If you're interested in trying red light LED therapy, I highly recommend Omnilux, and I do have a 10% discount code with them. It's HF10. You can put it in anytime. It's always ongoing, but a link to Omnilux along with the discount code will be in the info box below the video with links to everything that I'm going to share in today's video. I use my Omnilux mask every other morning. On the mornings that I don't use my Omnilux mask, I use my NuFace device. Now, NuFace is different technology than red light therapy. This is microcurrent. The electrical current on this matches the electrical current of your skin, and it helps your skin to produce more ATP, which is the energy in our skin. And so if your skin is more energized, it can act younger, it can produce more collagen, more elastin. This, I feel like, gives my skin firmness and gives it a little bit of a lift. Now, what this does is mainly a temporary effect, but when I use it consistently, it definitely gives me like a little lift in the cheeks, in the jaw, definitely of my hooded eyes, of my brows. This is the Trinity model of the NuFace, which just means that the heads pop off, and it's got 3 different heads that you can pop on. This is the other head that I use with it. This is the ELE attachment, and this is more for detailed work, like around your eyes. I use it to give me that little eyelid lift. And there's also a 3rd head that you can get for this that has red light therapy, like the Omnilux mask. In addition to the Trinity model, there's also a mini model of the NuFace. This is the one I use for travel. This one I keep in its charging dock on my vanity. I currently have a discount code on the mini with Current Body. The final price will be $150, down from $250. The NuFace microcurrent does require a conducting gel to conduct the current around your face. So for that, my favorite is the NuFace Aqua Gel, and that helps the NuFace to glide along my face. It also keeps it from giving me any shocks or tingles, so that it's a perfectly comfortable treatment. It is a little messy to do, and so, there are times when I kind of get tired of doing it and take a week off here or there, but overall, I've been using the NuFace for years and years now, still do use it and still love it. First thing I have to do before I eat or do anything else is take my dogs out for a walk. And so I do put on a sunscreen to go out because I could be out there anywhere from 15 minutes to a half an hour. So the sunscreen I use for that is the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen. And I like this one for that because it's very lightweight. It's got a slight tint to it. So I just look normal when I put it on. It's not super shiny. It's not greasy, and it dries really quickly. And I don't feel like I even have anything on, but I don't have a white cast, and I just look regular in this. And then I do also sunscreen up my hands to go out. For that, I use the Make Prem UV Calming Sun Stick. I love this stick sunscreen. It's the driest feeling stick sunscreen I've ever tried. And I keep another stick by the door so that I can reapply when I'm going out later in the day, or if I'm getting in my car and driving somewhere and my hands are going to be exposed. Then when I come back, some days I'll work out, in which case I'm happy that I have the sunscreen on because I work out kind of near a window, so then I'm covered for that. And if I don't work out that day, I'll either get in the shower or go to the sink and wash my face. For my morning face wash, I'm using the Derma-E Pure Biome Balancing Cleanser. This is new in my routine because the one I was using before has been discontinued. It was a Derma-E cleanser. It was their sensitive skin cleanser. It has very similar ingredients to this one, so it was kind of an easy switch over to this one. Then if I'm doing my new face routine, this is when I'll do it. So after I wash my face or get out of the shower, I leave my face wet, then I apply the NuFace gel, and then I go ahead and do my full NuFace routine. It takes about 10 minutes. Some days I'll do a longer NuFace routine that might take 20 minutes. I'll put on the ELE attachment and really get in there and really get my eyebrows lifted and everything. But in general, I do a quick 10-minute routine. Then, because I have the gel on my face, I need to wash the gel off. I'll go in with a damp Wonder Cloth to wipe most of the gel off my face. I also use that to clean the balls on the NuFace, and then I'll splash my face with water. Then I'll pat it dry, and then I'm ready to do my topical skincare. Most of my morning skincare routine hasn't changed except for 1 or 2 products. So the first thing that I use every morning after I wash my face is my Timeless 20% vitamin C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. It's a type of vitamin C that is the most proven with the scientific research. This is an ascorbic acid-based vitamin C serum. I love this one. I've been using this for 10 years. There's really no change here. I did discover a couple of new vitamin C serums this year that I really like a lot. So if you didn't like this one for whatever reason, we're looking for a different vitamin C serum, there are always other ones that I recommend, like the May Love Glow Maker or Dr. Brenner's or the Geek and Gorgeous one for my European viewers. You can get that over in Europe, and I've linked that in the info box below the video as well. But I did try 2 new vitamin C serums this year that I liked a lot, and I'm working on using them up as well. So I'm kind of rotating them around with the Timeless serum. So the first one is from Prequel, and this is a 15% ascorbic acid vitamin C serum. This is really nice and lightweight. The price point is pretty comparable to the Timeless. The main difference is that the Prequel is a 15% vitamin C and the Timeless is 20% vitamin C, but they're both formulated at the right pH, and they're very, very nice products, very lightweight and watery. And then the other vitamin C serum that came out this year that I really like is the Poems from the Lab Future Focus Vitamin C Serum. This one is supposed to stay shelf stable for 8 months. So it is a lot more spendy than the other 2. This is more of like an $80 price point. I think I got this in February, so now I've had it for like 6 months, and this is still nice and clear. If it does last the full 8 months, then it's only like $10 a month. So that's pretty good. Then the next thing I put on, and no change here, is the ordinary 10% lactic acid, 2% hyaluronic acid. This is an alpha hydroxy acid exfoliant. A lot of people often ask me if these are okay to use together. Don't they cancel each other out? Or shouldn't I put the exfoliant on first before the vitamin C, because isn't it just exfoliating off the vitamin C? And the answer to all those questions is no. There isn't any reason not to use these together. In fact, there are studies done showing that they are and can be used together very effectively. Because they do have to be formulated at a similar low pH, they will work very synergistically together. There are even products that put them together in the same bottle. And regarding the question of, well, doesn't putting this on second just exfoliate off the vitamin C? The answer is no, because this is not an instant exfoliator. You know, can you imagine if you put on an exfoliator and within 30 seconds your entire top layer of skin just peeled right off and you were standing there like raining skin cells visibly? Like, that's what would need to happen in order for this to just exfoliate this right off, right? And the other thing is that research shows that once you apply vitamin C, it's absorbed into the skin and it can't be washed off. So once it's in there, it's in there. Something like this isn't going to make it suddenly like exfoliate all off your skin. And these are fine to use together, and it's fine to use them in either order. Then the next serum I always apply in the morning is my Timeless CoQ10 serum. No change here. This is another antioxidant. This one helps to give your skin more energy. And again, energized skin can make more collagen, more elastin, more ceramides, more hyaluronic acid, more of everything that our skin produces less and less and less of as we get older. So that's a really great one to have in there. This one also contains Matrixyl 3000. So it's not just a one-trick pony. This one has 2 active ingredients in it. And then normally my next step would be to put on a lightweight moisturizer. The one I've been using for years is the CeraVe PM lotion. I'm actually not using this in the morning right now. I've switched over to the lighter weight moisturizer that I like for the hotter weather, which is the Dermatology Needleless Serum. And I like this as a substitute for this because this contains all the same ingredients that this does. They both have glycerin, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and niacinamide. But this also takes it a couple of steps further. This contains a couple of peptides, and it also has a copper peptide in it. This is more spendy than like most of the other things at about $70. I do have a 20% off discount code with Dermatology. It's Angie20, and you can find that in the info box below the video as well, along with a link. This is a really lightweight serum. I really love how it feels going on the skin. I love the finish on it, and it's just a great serum that is just packed with really great anti-aging ingredients. That is my main morning skincare. Then of course I always put on sunscreen again for the rest of the day. And the 2 sunscreens that I've been using most lately are my Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Airy Fit SPF 50 PA+++ sunscreen. This is an Asian/European chemical sunscreen. It uses sunscreening ingredients that we can't get here in the US, but the US sunscreens really irritate my skin. They make my eyes burn, and so I can't really use them. But the chemical sunscreen ingredients that they have improved over in other parts of the world are much less irritating than the ones we have here. And so this is a great mix of those less irritating ingredients. I can use this every day. It's a beautiful sunscreen. It's just a plain white sunscreen, but it doesn't leave a white cast. It's invisible on the skin. It's very lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy. It's not super shiny, and it works really well under makeup. And then the other sunscreen that I've been using is my Healthy Skin Labs Protect Tinted Moisturizer. This is an SPF 50, and this is a mineral sunscreen. So the other answer to not being able to use American chemical sunscreens is to use a mineral sunscreen. And these are readily available in the States. This matches my skin tone very well. And because it's a tinted moisturizer, I can just put it on and go. I don't have to put any makeup on over it. This is what I'm wearing today. And I just put a little bit of setting powder to like hide my enlarged pores and stuff. And it's a beautiful, beautiful sunscreen. The rays of the sun do 80 to 90% of the aging that we see on our skin. So once I decided that I was going to stop damaging my skin and I was going to start helping it to look more youthful or look the best that it can be at any age, it didn't make any sense to continue to expose it to the sun. So I do use sunscreen every single day, 365 days a year. All right, then I go about my day. If I need to reapply my sunscreen, I do. If I need to wear a hat, I do that. At the end of the day, first thing I want to do is wash my face. I want to get off any sunscreen, any dirt, any makeup. I do a double cleanse, and I use an oil-based balm. So for that, I'll usually use Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. Another one that I love is the Geek and Gorgeous Mighty Melt. I just take a scoop of one of these and I rub it into my dry face. Then I give that a splash with water. Then I rub my Wonder Cloth around my face. That removes more of the makeup and more of the dirt and more of the sunscreen. I rinse this and everything rinses right off the Wonder Cloth. Then for my second cleanse, I go in with my Derma E Pure Biome cleanser again. I just rub that around my face, and then to make sure that I've got everything off and my skin is squeaky clean, I go ahead and use my Tao Ona Orbital Scrubby Dubby guy. This guy is so cute. He's like a little R2-D2 that sits on your vanity. What I love about this is that this is a sanitizing base, and this is the brush that you use to wash your face. I also have, I think, a 60% off discount code on this. That's in the info box as well, and that's an ongoing one. So anytime, if you want to get one today, maybe you're like, ooh, I want to get that for somebody for their birthday. Stop back in, go into any of my info boxes. It's always in there under my discount codes, and you can pick that up any time of year. So then, as I usually do, I pat my face dry, and this time I'm not leaving it slightly damp because at night is when I do my Nira routine, and the Nira has to be done with your face nice and dry. And then I break out my Nira at-home lasers. This is an at-home non-ablative laser. I tested both of these lasers. This is the precision laser. This is the pro laser. I tested this one for 65 days and then 150 days I did a video, and this one I did for 90 days, and I saw great results with both of these. Now, this is a third technology, completely different from red light therapy, completely different from microcurrent. These I think of as my spot wrinkle reducers. So the places that I have the most wrinkles are under and to the sides of my eyes, and also on my neck. So I use the precision around my eyes, and I use the pro pretty much on my neck, and also to do just a lot of spot lasering around my face, because this is a lot faster to use. With the pro, you have to do 40 pulses around your eyes. It doesn't take long, but you couldn't do your whole face with this tiny little opening. And this one is a little bit more painful. It is a little bit more of like a rubber band snap when it fires. The Pro is not painful at all. It has a much longer ramp up time, and so you don't feel the heat as much with the Pro as you do with the Precision. It does get into more like 15-20 minutes if I do both every night, my entire face and my entire neck. Usually what I'll do is just use this one around my eyes and use this one on my neck. Now, does that mean that you have to have both of these? No, but if you wanted one, and you could only get one, I would get the Pro over the Precision because it is more comfortable to use. And I think if it's more comfortable to use, you're just going to continue to stick with it rather than have it gather dust in a drawer. I do have 10% off on Nira as well, and you get that by using the link in the info box below the video to purchase, and the 10% off will be automatically taken at checkout. Another thing that I like about the Nira is that it doesn't require any conducting gel or any specific skincare that has to be used with it. You just do it right on clean, dry skin. And then once you're done, you can just go right on with your skincare routine. You don't have to wash your face again. But by the time I'm done using the Nira, my face is feeling pretty dry because I haven't put on any moisturizer. So I do like to kind of re-wet the surface just so that my skincare absorbs more fully. So I go ahead and re-wet my skin with one of two toners. I kind of use these interchangeably. There is no change here. This one is the Isntree Green Tea Toner. Green tea is an antioxidant, and it's a really great ingredient to have in your skincare. It's very soothing. I just use it like an essence. I just put a little in the palm of my hand and pat it around my face. And this other toner is Sukuyaka Suhada Urea Toner. And this one is really great as well. Very lightweight, very watery. Apply it the same way, just pat it around my face. While my face is still slightly damp from the toner, I go in with my Agency Future formula. This contains my tretinoin. It's also got niacinamide, azelaic acid, and tranexamic acid. And I am an ambassador for Agency, so this portion of the video is going to be sponsored by Agency. But I love this part of my skincare routine so much because I really feel like tretinoin is the most effective portion of my entire skincare routine. It's also available only by prescription here in the US. So in order to get tretinoin, you have to see a doctor or see some kind of a dermatology provider, which Agency can provide you with. They're a telemedicine company, and the way it works is that you go on their website, you answer a questionnaire, you upload some pictures of yourself, you describe what your concerns are, whether it's just general aging, if you have redness in your skin, if you have sagging, if you have wrinkles, if you have rosacea, whatever it is, you tell your provider what you're concerned about, and then they pick the ingredients that will go into your future formula to address your concerns. As we age, our skin does get thinner. It gets thinner because of the lack of collagen production. You guys know that your collagen production starts decreasing by about 1% a year when you're 30, and it goes on at about 1% a year pretty steadily in women until we hit menopause. Once we hit menopause, then your collagen decreases by 5% a year for the first 5 years. So let's say over those 20 years that is decreasing by 1%. By the time you're 50, you're down 20%. Then in the first 5 years of menopause, another 25%. Now you're down 50% of your collagen production. And you really need to ramp up that collagen factory and keep them open as long as you can and keep them producing as much collagen as you possibly can. And that's where tretinoin comes in. It's been proven to increase collagen production in the skin. At the same time that it does that, it thins the outer dead layer of skin, that one that we've talked about so much in this video that can make you look dry and crepey and make your wrinkles look bigger. It thins that out so it looks more glowy, more youthful, less wrinkly, less crepey. At the same time, it's also increasing the thickness of the deeper layers of your skin, the dermis. That's what gives your skin that plumpness, that lit from within glow, that firmness, is the actual increase in thickness in the deeper layers of the skin. That's the main reason I use it, and I feel like I can see the difference in my skin. My skin is plumper and firmer now even than it was when I was 50. I'm never going to be without it. I'm going to use tretinoin forever because it is the one thing that has made the greatest changes in my skin over time, and I love it. So if agency sounds like something you'd like to try, there's a link in the info box below the video. Click the link, upload your pictures, and you can get started with agency today. When I apply my tretinoin, I make sure that I get it all over my face except for my eyelids. I do put it up under my eyes, but it did take me a year to get my under eyes acclimated, and I do make sure to put it on my upper lip. I feel like this is an area that when people are putting on their skincare, they just, because their nose is in the way, they don't go in with their finger and just rub things across their upper lip, but it's a really important place to put your tretinoin as well. Then the next product I normally would put on would be a retinoid for my neck. And as I said, I can't use my tretinoin on my neck, but I can use retinaldehyde on my neck. Retinaldehyde is another retinoid. It's said to be 10 times weaker than tretinoin. So while I expect it to be doing something for my skin, I don't expect to get the same kind of changes in my skin that I get with tretinoin. And having used this on my neck for the past 6 years, it just shows me the difference between a prescription ingredient and an over-the-counter ingredient. Like, they can do something. My neck doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look as good as it can if I had been using tretinoin for the last 6 years on it. So anyway, I would normally put on one of these. These are my retinaldehyde serums. This is the Naturium Retinaldehyde Cream Serum, 0.10%. This is the Geek and Gorgeous 101 A-Game, 0.1% retinaldehyde. Normally I would do 1 squirt of one of these and put it on my neck. But I'm going to stop using these now because I'm going to start doing an experiment with that Estriol cream that we talked about at the beginning of the video. I am so psyched to have this in my hot little hands. It arrived in the mail yesterday. I used it for the first time last night, and oh my God, look at the difference in my neck in one day. No, I'm just kidding. We all know that nothing works overnight, but I am hoping to see a big difference in my neck in about 6 months' time, because the studies that have been done on estrogen used topically show that you should be seeing something within about 6 months. When I saw my dermatologist a couple weeks ago, I asked her what she thought of estrogen cream topically for the face or for the skin. And she said, well, the research is in its infancy, but it looks pretty promising. So if you want to give it a try, I would write you a prescription and you can give it a try. So I was like, great, do it. This is 0.3% estriol cream. Now it's interesting, of course, you guys know I had to look into all the research on estrogen creams for the face. And most of the research has been done on estradiol. There were about 15 studies that studied estradiol, and they all showed significant improvements in elasticity, in firmness, in collagen production, in elastin production, in pore size, in wrinkle depth. Then there were 3 other studies that looked at both estradiol and estriol. And in these studies, the estradiol concentration was 0.01% and the estriol concentration was 0.3%. And those studies showed all the same great results, only more and better in the estriol group. So I'm like, wait, what? They actually put something head to head, side by side. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I complain about in studies all the time, you know, like with the vitamin C's. They'll study one of the vitamin C esters, but they won't put it head to head against ascorbic acid vitamin C. They'll put it in a cream with ascorbic acid vitamin C and then be like, look, they both showed results. It's like, well, wait a minute, let's see it alone. Let's see if it can make results alone. But in this study, they studied estradiol alone and estriol alone, different concentrations, but still it showed better results than the estradiol. Let me just read you the results and why I'm so excited about this. So from the one study, it said the results were after treatment for 6 months, elasticity and firmness of the skin had markedly improved, and the wrinkle depth and pore size had decreased by 61 to 100% in both groups. Furthermore, skin moisture had increased, and the measurement of wrinkles using skin profilometry revealed significant or even highly significant decreases in wrinkle depth in the estradiol and the estriol groups respectively. So, oh my God. Is it true that one product can take care of everything? So I'm gonna start using this, and I'm, gonna say, as I usually do, watch this space over the next 6 months and we'll see if estrogen cream is really all it's cracked up to be. Oh gosh, I hope it is. I hope it is. The other thing is that they don't cause any irritation. Then the next thing I go in with is my Timeless Matrixyl Synth 6 serum. No change here. Matrixyl Synth 6 is supposed to help with 6 different signs of aging. I use about a half a dropper of this, and I just put this generously all over my face, all over my neck. I put it on my eyelids, on my upper lip, on the backs of my hands, and on my chest. Then the next serum I use is my May Love the Hydrator. This contains vitamin B5 panthenol and also resveratrol. It's a very lightweight serum. It's very nice. I use 5 or 6 drops of this for my face, my neck, backs of hands, and my chest. Last time we talked, I had just done a big video on copper peptides. I was gonna start using copper peptides, and I have been using them. I can't say I've seen a big difference. I've been using them on my neck. It looks about the same, I'd say. They're not blowing me away, so I think for now I'm just gonna put them to the side. Another serum that I started adding in recently is the Ordinary Argireline solution, 10%. Argireline is supposed to be like Botox in a bottle. People ask me about Argireline all the time and if it works, and my general feeling about it is that no, it's not going to be Botox in a bottle. But I've heard from a lot of you guys who say that you use it and you think it does help, and it, especially people who use Botox, say that it helps it to last longer. So I've been trying this lately. I haven't been using it all over my face. I just kind of use it as a spot treatment around my crow's feet, under my eyes, and on my forehead. Can't say I'm seeing any huge difference because, of course, I do have some Botox in my face right now. So we'll see how it goes with that. I'll let you know if I'm going to continue to use that. If my skin's feeling a little on the dry side, then I use the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cream in the summer because this is a more lightweight night cream than my usual night cream. It's got peptides, niacinamide, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, but it's more like a gel cream consistency, so it's very lightweight and it doesn't add a lot of heaviness. It doesn't make my face hot or anything in the summer, so I use that last step at night. Then as the last step in my skincare routine, I always put on my Revitalash Advanced. This is my lash and brow growth serum. I love that. It is a prostaglandin analog, so if you're opposed to that, you won't want to use this. For sleeping, I put on my Laneige lip sleeping mask. Butter up my lips with that for the night, and it keeps my lips nice and hydrated overnight. So I know it seems like a lot when I'm talking through each ingredient. My God, it goes on for, a half an hour to talk through it all. I find that they're all important in my skincare routine. I do feel like they're all doing something for me, and they all work together to make my skin look so much better and so much younger than it actually is, or probably actually should be looking at this point at almost 62 years old. So I'm very happy with it. And links for everything with all my discount codes will be in the info box below the video. So if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.